Hi, Abraham. Thank you for calling on me. So glad to be here. I have 2 questions if we have time. The first is, how do I use your teachings to improve my sex life?
Well, the teachings apply to everything. Everything.
Uh-huh.
And so...
Because my husband isn't part of this.
Well, all right, this is a really good opportunity to talk about what your power of influence is. Because usually, not always, but usually when you are talking about sex, you're talking about more than just you.
Exactly.
And so the thing that trips most people up when they are thinking of co-creating with someone else is that it feels like the other person needs to be on the same page, needs to want the same thing, even needs to believe the same things. And we would like to remind you that the conversation that we had about the power of influence, the conversations that we have over time about what it's like when you tune into who you really are, that your influence then attracts from others, evokes from others harmony that you don't find otherwise. So we want to first take this opportunity to acknowledge that, especially in relationships, that if you would worry less or not at all about what the other one is doing and focus upon your relationship with your inner being, every relationship that you have will be dramatically improved because you get into your receptive mode, and then your impulses and your ideas flow from that. So over time on this subject, as with any subject, you have put plenty into your vortex.
Not yet. I mean, I haven't really thought about making it better. I've kind of given up, and now I thought maybe you could help.
So there's a misunderstanding because as you live life, when something isn't as you want it to be,
Put it in the vortex.
you put it in. And so your vortex is full of all of the intentions and desires and improvements that you are seeking, because it just happens that way. Life just causes that to happen. But your attention, and it is evidenced by the conversation that we're having even now, your attention is upon what is happening rather than upon what is vibrationally apparent to us. Now, we get that. We know how annoying it is to our human friends when we are continually going on about this vibrational reality, because for most of you, it doesn't feel like any kind of a reality until you can see it and hear it and smell it and taste it and touch it. In other words, until it's actually happening in that full tactile sense, then it doesn't feel real. But on the subject of sexuality, more than any other subject, is the opportunity to realize that everything is so much more emotional than it is anything else. And if you can accept that it's emotional, that you have the ability and the power to find the emotion of it, whether the other does or not, when you find alignment with your inner being and you hold yourself there, your power of influence will be. It will be. But there is a shortage consciousness that is really active within you.
What does that mean?
It means you're more aware of what isn't happening than what is happening. And still in the blaming mode, because it feels like if someone else would be different.
No, I blame myself. I do. I guess I do. I just feel like I haven't been into it or making an effort, or that's why I wanted to know what I should do using your teaching. And
find the feeling of it, and then follow the inspiration from the feeling. There are many who say, if I take an action and I get involved in the action, then the action itself will in time improve the emotion. Now, we don't disagree with that to some extent. In other words, we know that when you follow a behavior, that your emotion can follow, but it is so much more powerful. In other words, we want you to get in the mood and then make your move, not make your move to get in the mood. Get in the mood. Get in the mood. Get yourself in the mood. And you have the ability to do that. And what goes wrong with so many is you want to say to the other, you're not making me in the mood. And what your inner being is saying, hey, that's your job. It's your sweet spot. Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
So nothing like making a list of positive aspects. Nothing like getting into an attitude of appreciation. In other words, there are all those things that will tune you in, line you up. Yeah.